Okay, we are going to try this one more time. Thank you guys for your patience. If you hopped on our previous video, we had some auditory issues, but hopefully this time it works. So I have the honor of interviewing a good friend of mine and business partner, Nicki Holt, today. And Nicki is going to jump on with us as soon as it allows her. All right, let's see. This Facebook technology. Nicki. Add. Connecting. Waiting.
Hello.
Yay! Okay. So much better. I don't hear myself twice.
Good.
Yay for live video.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so thank you everyone who's tuning in, who came back after our first attempt at the video. I'm really thankful that I get to be here with my friend Nicki and introduce you guys to her. If you saw my post today, then you learned a little bit about her and her passion to really help anyone that she comes across to live a healthy and fit and fulfilling life. And I wanted you guys just to kind of get to know her a little bit better and her background, her lifestyle, and what her mission and her passion is and what she's really doing to make her piece of the world a better place. So that being said, Nicki, would you go ahead and tell, for everyone who doesn't know you, would you go ahead and tell everybody just a little bit about yourself and your background, your family, and stuff like that?
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I am a mom of two very active boys. They are 5 and 7 years old. And I'm also a realtor. I'm a fitness instructor. I teach spin. I'm a certified body pump, body attack, RPM. I teach circuit training, bounce on the trampolines. I am a fitness enthusiast is how I like to refer to myself, because when latest and greatest things come out, I like to do them. I like to try them. I liked CrossFit. I like all things. And I think some of that is for me to know about, but also because it might be my newest thing that I want to do. So I am a wife to my husband of almost 13 years, and a realtor as well. So I wear a lot of hats. I teach and I've coached high school and elementary schools, and I've been a captain on sports teams when I was on them. I just love encouraging and leading, and I was most enthusiastic. I was the rally commissioner. I have done a wide variety of things just because I like to have a good time too.
I love that. I love that. And I love your enthusiasm for life. Like, that's why you're one of my favorite people. So very cool. Okay, so like a year ago now, which I can't believe it's been almost a year ago, right? When you first reached out to me.
Yeah.
I remember I was at my mom's house talking on her balcony, and I'm like, Nicki Holt just reached out to me. How awesome is that? So I'd love to hear on your end, if you can look back a year ago when you had first reached out and you're like, okay, I'm curious. I'm a little bit skeptical because I'm a professional in the fitness industry, but I'm curious about what you're doing with Beachbody stuff and all that entails. I know your husband had an amazing transformation as well. So would you kind of just like reflect on that time and let us know what piqued your interest? Why were you curious about it?
Yeah, so my husband had great success with the at-home workouts, and I feel like I was snobby when it came to them. Like, I like to go to the gym, or I like to be in group fitness classes, or you can do that. That works for you, and I'm happy it does, because he had confidence. He was happier. Just naturally, I think you have energy. Your endorphins are going when you are working out and burning and sweating. So I appreciated that he was doing that. Well, we saw uh, an infomercial or something about a workout program that had high intensity, heavy lifting, and doing abs. And so I was like, that's a workout I would do with you. And so it was an 8-week program, and I did it with him. We did it, and it was only 4 days a week. So, like, it was super. I could still teach my spin. I could still run and do different things that I enjoy doing and didn't feel like I needed to give one up. And then, so that's why I reached out to you. And then after talking with you, I learned more that there's nutrition and certifications that go along with that, and that you can supply support for, like you supply support in our accountability groups. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that would help me reach goals for my clients that come into the studio and are coming to my spin class or my circuit training class. But I can't, like, I'm not teaching them about nutrition, when we're there. And these would be very helpful for them. So I started to, like, think outside of the box of this can help. And not only that, but I teach at 5 a.m. and not everybody wants to work out with me at 5 a.m. or can, because their husbands or wives are working as a nurse or correctional officer or fireman or things like that, people can't leave their house that early. So, but they could work out. And so now this is a way that I can come to them and meet them where they're at. And so they can work out in their living room, or if they have a space, or I still go to the gym and I do it at the gym. I wear these handy things, and I'm able to be following instruction. And whether it's cardio or lifting, I can be on the weightlifting floor or up, and I can still follow the program. And so it was really neat because it worked for my lifestyle too, and it didn't just have to be at home. And I think that was a misconception I had, was like, I don't want to work out at home, so I didn't have to.
I love that.
It was awesome.
I love that. I think that's so awesome, and it leads us in really to the next question and kind of where you're going. And I had titled this video like Fitness Professional Who's Taking Her Impact to the Next Level, and that's really what you're doing. And I think you did a great job of highlighting how the different things that stood out to you, like, oh, there's nutrition here and certifications, and there's these powerful clean supplements. And so now, you've decided to, partner with the same company that I'm, we get to work together in our challenge groups and stuff. But as a fitness professional, you have such a unique perspective. And I think that so many different fitness professionals never look at this opportunity because of that initial thing that you had said. And I had the same feeling of, like, I'm too good for that. To be honest, I felt that way. Like, come on, Beachbody, are you kidding me? Like, I know way more than you. And right. I was so humbled. So now that you're almost a year in, I'd love to hear, why are you still here? What are some of the things that have, that really separate what we do from what's out there? And why did you decide, to be a coach and run the business side of this for yourself?
Wow, that was a big question. Hopefully I answer it. Yeah. Well, I just saw that I could help, just not in the little niche that I was in at a 5 a.m. class when the people are there. I can try to help people outside of that, the moms that are home, or the working individuals, or just people that are ready for a change and don't quite know what that is. Not to mention just the superfood shake alone, that has helped curb my cravings. So I'm able to speak to that. And then I've continuously, now that I'm going all in, I'm learning more and more about it, and how it's 5 blends in one. So it's not just one thing like so many people think it is. And so I'm getting educated. And so I realize it can just help people more and more, as opposed to just, like, I was reserved and wasn't quite sure. But it was because I didn't know anything. So if you don't know, then just ask us, because we're happy to talk to you about it. But I realize that I can help more people, and fitness enthusiasts like myself, or professionals, personal trainers, they are usually working with some sort of recovery shake or a pre-workout. And these are plant-based and clean supplements that have been backed by Ironman and have been partnering with, marathon runners and things like that, because they know that they're clean. And so I can feel confident when I'm talking to people that it's not full of crap or injected with crap that you don't know, or, oh yeah, it gives me caffeine and it gives me a spike, but it's like awful for my body, So I can feel confident about those things. And as well as the nutrition aspect, it's, from registered dietitians and these programs, or macro based. I know a lot of people are into or learning about macro counting. And that's what's so nice, is like it meets the individual based off of their goals, and we can help get them on the right track. And then I can help support them on that. But so getting back to fitness professional or enthusiasts, I don't have to spend time like a personal trainer, like individualized scripting for that person, their goals, making time for me to meet with them when they're off work, or, before work. And so my schedule isn't dictated by their schedule. And then if they don't show up, it's no sweat off my back, like, whereas a personal trainer, they're going to be stacking like 5 or more at a time. And if someone doesn't show up, they're not only getting not paid, but then it's like, well, what do I do for this awkward time? And so it's really opening up the doors for the freedom and the location freedom. And so you don't have to just be in the same town. You can be across the country or in a different country.
I love that. And it's so true. And these are things I never really looked into until, researching it myself the last 3 years. But you're not tied to location, and you're offering an ultimate solution for the people, for your clients. Like, as a fitness instructor, you are doing incredible things helping their fitness. But how many times do you have people come and ask you, like, well, what do you eat? Or like about meal plans, or like nutritional advice, and you can't really give, like, legally you can't give anything, but what you don't, there's just like nothing to do with that. And same with the supplements. Like, a lot of times, I know we had talked about this too, gyms and personal trainers are always looking for another source of revenue and income, that to where you're not having to always be on the floor and always be working. Because, and you had mentioned this too, if you go on vacation, you're not getting paid at all because you can't work. But this is providing not only a platform for you to maximize your impact, to provide a holistic approach where you're getting fitness, nutrition, proper supplementation, but for your family, you're creating something where you can take a week vacation and still earn income and still support your clients. And that desire for impact that you've always had, and that light that you've always had, I feel like it's partnered so well with a platform like this. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay.
Me too.
Okay, so wrapping up, 5 years, this is a huge question. 5 years from now.
Don't ask me this question.
5 years from now, kind of where do you see yourself still doing this? I'll put it that way.
Absolutely. And it's not, when doing this, it's because it's for a lifestyle. And so I want to make sure, because not everybody knows me, I like my wine. I like my pizza. It's not a diet. It is a way of life. And so my superfood shake, yes, it's here to stay, because I don't take a multivitamin. I don't take prebiotics, probiotics. I don't celery juice or take a wheatgrass shot every day, sometimes, but like where I'm at in my life, that's not what I do. And so it's so nice to know that I do get that in my shake. And, super greens. We can talk more about the specifics, but, so it's fueling my body in a way that I wasn't doing it before or not. So I'm like, I want to claim myself to be like a healthy person on the go, and what's easy for me. And so I realize that this can be easy for other people. And so just speaking for realtors alone, like, we are on the grind. We're all over the place. We're in our cars on the go. We have bars that cater to what can help fuel us. We have our shakes that cater to it. And I don't feel deprived. I get to have my wine, and I get to eat my pizza. So, so yes, I will be doing it because it's changed my lifestyle, and it's helping my kids be you know, they get to drink mom shake and I don't have to worry about like, well, I don't really know what's in it, so I'm going to just keep it away from them. Like, I'm like, sure, go ahead. You're getting more than I could even provide. And so it's just like neat for just something as simple as that. But then they get to see mom and dad working out and taking care of ourselves. And then they get to see the ripple effect of how it affects them because we're happier and we're doing stuff and playing with them. And it doesn't take away from time, but it's actually maximizing our time. Mom doesn't need to leave for my appointments. I get to do my workouts and stuff while they're at work, while they're at school. And so then I can play with them when they're off.
So last question, to kind of give people a glimpse into what we do and the challenge groups that we invite people to and the accountability groups that we invite people to. We talk about accountability. I know a lot of people have no idea what those are. And even if you've worked with me before years ago, it's changed so much in January of this year. And Nikki and I get to run these challenge groups together. And obviously it has to do with fitness and it has to do with nutrition that we've talked about. But I would love if you could share with us real quick the mindset aspect. How has, since you became a coach, since we started working together, what has kind of shifted or what has that meant for you in the personal development and kind of mindset area that we also walk our clients through?
Right. So Beachbody encourages us to be actively involved in personal development. And I am happy to say that I've read over 4 books this year. And it's because I have Audible and I can listen to it this way. It's not that I'm flipping through because, like I said, I have 2 active boys and I do not take time that way to sit and read. So it is helping me so much by fueling my brain, and I am not as far behind on my laundry, and I don't feel as heavy and overwhelmed at my house. We've decluttered. We are moving our family across the state to pursue a more balanced lifestyle as opposed to a life that's like living to work, you know, and then like hopefully if we have extra time, you know, then we can give it in the different areas. We're trying to find a more balanced way of living. And so it's so exciting because just those tidbits on a daily basis of, hey, you know, how to implement a habit or how to be mindful and intentional with your children. And we do coloring time, and I'm not a very good colorer. My kids, you know, my kids are so creative and they mix the colors, and I'm so worried about making it look bad. And they just have this, they just go all in with their markers, and I just love that. And so they're constantly teaching me and about going all in for things, you know, and just showing up and being intentional. And so I'm just excited for what's to come. And I just love that. I love with the accountability groups that we get to see our clients ask themselves questions and work through things. And so then they're getting themselves further along in just their life journey. And we're just working to have progress within our lives.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be perfect.
100%. And I love that because, you know, we would agree that you can eat all the kale and do all the cardio, but if your mind is not right, you're never going to really be living a vibrantly healthy lifestyle and enjoying your life. This is our mindset, such a huge piece of it. So I love that not only we integrate that into our business, but we integrate it into our challenge groups every single day. And we, like Nikki said, get to walk people through stuff. It blows my mind that after 30 days, we are getting results from our May challenge group that are coming in. And for people to say this has changed my life in 30 days is crazy to me. Like, never did I ever imagine we'd be able to make that fast and that big of an impact in people's lives. But it's because of the holistic integrative approach that we're using, and people are seeing results not only in their body and their physiological, you know, weight loss goals or whatever, but they're saying, wow, like I'm a better mom and a better wife because I did this. And I don't look in the mirror and hate myself anymore. That's huge. Like, I absolutely love that. So anyways, thank you so much, Nikki. This was really inspiring, and I'm so glad that everyone got to see a bigger glimpse of your heart and what you're doing. For those of you who are interested in working with Nikki, she is taking clients she she also, if you're a fitness professional and you're interested in maximizing your impact and growing your business, and because they go hand in hand, like sometimes we get weird about money, right? But everyone has to make a living, and if we can do that while we are making an impact in the world, then why not? And that's why we are kind of shouting this from the mountaintops, because neither of us have ever found this kind of holistic approach where we're able to help people in this capacity, and the freedom that it brings to be able to do it. If I wanted to move to Colorado tomorrow, I would not take a hit on my business. It would,
Buckle
right?
up.
Just buckle up, Buttercup. And that's what you're doing. And I'm
Buckle up.
so proud of you. So feel free to reach out to Nicki. Nicki, do you want to give your email maybe if people want to reach out to you?
Yes, I'll throw it in
comment.
it's nickifitmom@gmail.com.
Okay, nickifitmom@gmail.com. Awesome, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Nicki, thank you for your time. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
day.